The question you need to ask yourself is, why the hell do you even prep? Being a prepper is stupid. That is the actual question, and those are some of the comments I get almost on a daily basis online and with different friends and coworkers around my city that aren't preppers, clearly. Despite prepping's overall popularity and the fact that in the mainstream and in places like Walmart and a bunch of outfitters and sporting goods stores, online retailers, peddling a lot of survival gear, offering a lot of classes and medical training and a lot of different conventions coming up like PrepperCon, the Self-Reliance Expo. There's a growing movement, but there's still a lot of people who just don't get it. And in my opinion, I actually think they're preppers and they really don't even know it. So the question is, what idiot would be a prepper? And that was a question that was actually posed to me very recently, and it got me thinking. Yet, this particular person who introduced this particular question or comment to me, I know them to be a hunter, they have a family, and looking around their house, being able to kind of step inside their home, I noticed they own 10 or 15 firearms. They've got thousands of rounds per firearm. They have a huge pantry full of food, not necessarily freeze-dried food, but things like canned food, ramen, just normal household stuff you have at the grocery store. Additionally, they are always talking about 401ks, health insurance, life insurance, making sure they have enough money in their bank account. And after they asked me this question, I actually sat back and chuckled and was like, bro, dude, you're a prepper and you don't even know it, man. And he scoffed at me, of course, and said, what are you talking about? I'm not a prepper. That stuff is stupid. I said, no. I said, okay. Why are you so concerned about health insurance and making sure you always have enough food in your pantry to help your family out? Why do you make sure you're always concerned about having enough money in your bank account if you ever lose your job? Why do you have so many thousands of rounds per firearm in your house? And he's like, well, you never know when things come up and you know, if I ever lose my job, I get hurt. And I'm like, dude, exactly. That is exactly why preppers are preppers, dude. Now, some of us take it a little farther than others. Some of us have different things or specific things we're prepping for. But at the end, that's what preppers do. People like me, we prep for a wide variety of situations. There are people in Hawaii right now, very relevant topic. They have a volcano going on and they have lava flowing all over the islands. For people that live up north, they have to deal with extended power outages, huge bad winter storms, floods. People in desert climates have to deal with drought and water shutoffs and in bad environmental conditions, power grids going down. Places like California, we have to deal with wildfires. The Gulf and the southern East Coast has to deal with hurricanes on an almost yearly basis. These are all intelligent, sound, structured reasons to be a prepper. And if you have to ask yourself, why the hell should you prep? Just turn on the news, watch the Weather Channel. You see so many things go on. But even on a more micro level, on a personal, individual level, if you don't believe in all that mumbo jumbo, what about for the people who take self-defense classes? Just want to make sure that if they're worried about losing their job, they have enough money to cover themselves and their finances and their family for 2, 3, 4 months at a time, where they have to go find a new job so they don't get evicted from their home. They don't roll over on their mortgages. They don't lose their vehicles. That's prepping, like it or not. People who take their financial security, their family's health and well-being seriously and want to make sure they're providing for their family in a different way, they're still prepping. It's just some of us have decided to take it to a different level to make sure that we kind of build redundancies on top of what we call basic level adult prepping, which is things like life insurance, maintaining health insurance, making sure that our kids have everything we need, make sure we have a few days worth of food in the house, making sure there's enough money in your bank account. Those are all preps, like it or not. And when you get these weird questions and you always want, and you start to question, why am I a prepper? Nothing super bad has ever happened to me. There are thousands of people every day that go through crisis, that have to worry about losing their job, they end up on disability, they get run over by a vehicle, they get mugged in the street, they have to worry about natural disasters. These things affect people in a real way all the time in the real world. So I guess my question to you, drop down in the comments, why the heck are you a prepper?